Bellas, it's me, Shannon B for BrownGirlBella, bringing you lips, lashes, and luxury. Today's video is going to be how I'm rounding out the year of 2019 with the best of 2019. Now I'm going to caveat this to say these were products that I personally loved in 2019, not necessarily products that came out in 2019. So you might see some things here and be like, wait a minute, Shannon, that came out a while ago. Yes, it might have come out a while ago, but for me, this is what I discovered that I loved in 2019. So stick with me. All right, so I am ready to jump into what I love in 2019. Again, this is not necessarily what might have come out in 2019, but definitely what caught my radar that I absolutely loved in 2019. So I'm gonna actually start off with lip care. For me, having moisturized, really soft, not crusty, not ashy, just really luscious lips for me has always been a staple. But in 2019, I discovered this brand and I tell you, I am in love. The first one is by Laneige. This is the Lip Glowy Balm in Berry. Now, I will tell you, I'm not a fan of the smell because the berry is really, really strong, but I love the fact that this is so moisturizing for my lips. I only need a little bit and it, trust me, goes a long way. But what I love about this is that I can put this on and it really just refreshes my lips, it hydrates my lips, and it lasts all day. And I've been loving wearing lipstick again, wearing lip balms, wearing liquid lipsticks, wearing darker colors, lighter colors, nudes as I'm wearing today. But through it all, this has really helped me out. And then at night, I use also by Laneige. This is their the lip sleeping mask. This is in the fragrance Vanilla. And again, it has a very light vanilla smell. It's not overpowering at all. Actually, the scent in here is much, much lighter than the scent in this. I don't know about the other flavors, but berry to me is very, very strong. But at night, I use just a little bit of this and go to sleep and wake up in the morning and my lips are moisturized, they're fresh. And I actually got this, I want to say during the summertime, and this is how much I have left, which is a whole lot. So as you can see, you don't really need a whole lot of product and it really will last you a long time. I probably won't be finished this until maybe next summer. Maybe. And I also love that it comes with a little applicator that I keep in its little plastic sleeve here. And then I just use this. I put it all over my lips. I clean this and then I put it back in its sleeve like so, and I put it on top of my nighttime cream. And that's all I do to keep my lips moisturized, to keep it really supple, and I haven't gotten any flakes, any crusting, nothing. I love it. So now let's dip into what I've been putting on my lips that I absolutely loved in 2019. I'm gonna start off with what I started off saying in the beginning of the year, and that is that I was going to take a concerted, heartfelt look at lip gloss again. I turned off lip gloss for a while. I said, nah, no more lip gloss for me. And then the spring and summer, I fell in love with lip gloss once again. And what helped me fall in love with it again is Mother Pat. So this is her warm, what are they called? Warm Lust Gloss. And this is Flesh Fantasy. This is Bronze, yes, Bronze Temptation. And this one is Flesh number 4. Now she has a lot of Flesh numbers, but Flesh number 4 I really love, as well as the other two. I loved Flesh Fantasy so much that I actually went and bought a full size that I have not even cracked into. I'll show you. This is the full size version of this, and I have not even opened it. I just looked at the box just to make sure it was the right color, because, you know, sometimes mother be playing games with us, as we all know. So yes, so this is the full size version of this. But as you can see, I'm not even finished with this version yet. So I'm definitely not going to crack open this full size until sometime next year. And by that time, I'll have full sizes of the other two as well, because I love this. And then she came out with the Lust Gloss in cool tones, which I also love. This is Pale Fire Nectar. This one is Divine Rose. You may recognize that from a certain palette that won't be named yet. And then this one is Dare to Bear, which also I love. So that really helped me out tremendously throughout the spring, into the summer, and the first few months of fall. That's all I've been wearing. And then I fell in love with her other minis. This one is the Sheer Color Balm. And there's one out of all of 6 that I've tried that really, I cannot put it down. Anytime you see me wearing something sheer, 9 times out of 10, it's this color, and it's what I'm wearing right now. It's called Blow Up. And as you can see, I have really used this a lot because I'm in love with this thing. And I'm definitely, of course, getting a full size of this. But again, it just goes to show you how well these things perform and how you don't really need a whole lot in order to utilize this lip color. I got this during the fall, and it's now December, and I still have enough product left. So loving that. And then I got this one fairly recently. This is from the Star Wars collection. I hate, I'm dropping it like a pigeon already. It must already know that I'm just like, I'm over Pat and her Star Wars. And I love Star Wars and I love Pat, and I cannot. But this is Nude Astral. It is also a lip balm in the limited edition lipstick case for Star Wars. And this is the color. It's really pretty. It deposits just enough of color, but it's still like a lip balm, so it's very light. But as you can see, that iridescent color, it's just beautiful. It has purples and blues, a little bit of silver, and of course pink. But I'm in love. I'm in love with this shade. It's really pretty, and it's perfect for the holidays. So definitely, if you can get your hands on it, which is another thing, but if you can get your hands on this, this is a really good lip balm. And then lastly, in my Pat McGrath Lust, this is Lust Angeles. This is also a lip balm, and it's also one that I love to use when I'm not using Blow Up. This is a lipstick, so it has more color, and it's in her Luxe Trans formula, which is so creamy. Let me show you a little bit of that color. They are so soft and creamy. Look at that. It's amazing. And I got, during the Black Friday sale that she had, I got 4 colors. And all 4 of them I really, really love. So, but this is my favorite, the Los Angeles. So that is lips. Now, let's take a look at lashes. So for lashes, I really didn't stray too far away from my all-time favorites. For the daytime and for daily looks, if I want a lash, I'm usually going for the Ardell's. These are the Ardell Remy's. These are new to me in 2019. I think they're new, that came out in 2019 as well, but that's what I'm wearing today. Also from Ardell that I love are the Baby Wispies. These are perfect, again, for every single day. And then from Lily Lashes, I've been loving the Brooklyn, which are premium synthetic lashes. And then for Mink Lashes, this is for going out, special occasions, etc. This is the Mykonos 3D Mink Lashes. So those are usually what I'm wearing when I'm going out. Voila. Let's talk foundations. Okay, for foundations, there's only really been 3 that I have been putting in heavy rotation, and 2 out of the 3 are new. So I'm going to talk about first the one that's not new, but you know I love it here. This is the Marc Jacobs Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour Foundation. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. For 2020, can we please not torture me with these long behind names of products? I mean, really? Jeez. This is in Tan Y480. It is what I am wearing today. It is my winter shade, which is a few shades lighter than my normal shade, but this is my normal everyday color. So this is my ride or die. And then the 2 that are new that I love are, one is by Fenty Beauty. This is her Hydrating Pro Filter Long Wear Foundation. And it's still in 390. That's my shade that I use. So I'm loving this. And she originally built this as something for dry skin, but Miss Oily T-Zone combination skin here, my skin loves this, And I think because I'm a little drier in the winter time than I am in the summer, my face has really loved this. So I'm so glad that I picked this up, because at first I was a little nervous because it says that it's really for dry skin. I thought, oh, it's not going to work for me, but I really found that it worked very, very well for me. And then another with the long names, but my girl Pat McGrath again, she came out of the park swinging with this. And I know some people don't like the foundation. I loved it. Once I found my shade, mind you, and I went through about 3 or 4 different bottles until I landed on a summer shade and a winter shade. And this one is my winter shade. This is medium 21. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Foundation. And this is in 21. And then I do love her powder, and I only use this powder for special occasions when I'm going out, or sometimes I'll wear it for work, just depending on what I'm doing. It is her Sublime Perfecting Setting Powder. This is in medium 3. And the reason why I say I don't use it all the time is, one, it is very small in terms of product amount. As a matter of fact, when I first reviewed this, I said to you, and it's true, this Fenty Beauty that I got, which is actually the mini version, this is in cashew. This has 7.8 grams of product in here, and this one has 5 grams of product. So, yeah, and this is much more money than this one. But I digress. I do love it. I only use it sparingly, so it's been lasting. And then this one in cashew I love, and I also use honey for all over the face, and that's more of a daily. Ride or die since I got it last year. This is the Foolproof Brow Powder by Benefit. I've been using this all year, and I have not cracked the pan yet. So that's awesome. It also has dual colors, so you know the front part of the brow is the lighter version and the darker tail end of the brow is the darker powder, and I use number 5 on this one. This finishing spray has been a game changer. I've used this since I got it every single day, and I love the fact that there's still more left. So this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. Whew, another mouthful. I love this. I love this spray. I don't really need a whole lot. Again, a little goes a long way, but I love how it just sets everything in place. It doesn't give you a powdery, wet look. You know how when you put something wet on top of powder, it gives you that powdery looking wet look? Does not. It seeps into the pores. It locks your powder in place. It doesn't move. I also find that I'm less shiny. I'm starting to break through the shine now after a few hours. I've had this on about 5-6 hours now. So I'm just starting to get a little bit shiny in my T-zone area. But again, using this really helped me lock in my powders, lock in my foundation, and it doesn't really break through with the oils until much later on in the day. And I think that absolutely has to do with this. I cannot talk makeup any further without talking about my new love, and that is Japanese natural hair brushes. Oh my God. Change the game, why don't you? These are by Refer. I've been using these. I got this mid-November, so I've been using this for a month now, and I already see the difference in my makeup application, in my blending. It's just been a dream to work with these, and I really do have on my list for 2020 to get more. I want to go Sonia G because I heard her brushes are amazing. She has the Sky set that came out this year. Excuse me. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the Sonia G Sky set this year, but I hear it is coming back at the top of the year in 2020. Fingers crossed, because I really do want those brushes. They have beautiful sapphire blue handles that I'm just in love with. It's a mixture of goat hair, white and brown. So some of them have like a salt and pepper look to it. They're just beautiful. And everyone that I've seen use them, they are raving about them. So I cannot wait until the first of the year. Hopefully it comes back really, really quickly so I can get my fingers on those. And don't worry, Bellas, I will be right back here to do a review on those as soon as I get them. All right, let's talk eyeshadow. Oh, for eyeshadow, once again, I have to say these two brands have been like my staple for 2019. I fell in love with the Mini Nude palette by Natasha Denona. Christmas time, she came out with this Mini Gold palette, and I love these. These are my two go-to minis. If I'm traveling, if I'm doing something during the day and I need to maybe touch up my makeup for the nighttime, I'll grab one of these two. They're going into my makeup bag, and that's what I'm wearing. So I love these two. I also love her Sunrise palette. This came out around the springtime, but I really didn't grab it until the fall because I really thought that these shades really spoke to me as more of a fall vibe. So love that. Metropolis palette, I have not ordered it yet, but I will. That's something, like I said, I wanted to get at towards the end of the year because that's going to be most likely my winter kind of shades because it has those greens, those blues in it that I really love. And also I had to spend all of my money on Pat McGrath. So honestly, I did not, it was a toss-up between that and Natasha Denona. Pat won. Ship 6. And this really does not get a whole lot of shine, and I will go into why momentarily, but just to share with you the color story here. I love it. I absolutely love this palette. I will be playing with it a lot more in the coming weeks. And every single color in here I love, but you all know this had my heart. So as soon as that color came out, I was like, yeah, give it here. Give it here. I want that color. So Mothership 6, you'll be seeing quite a few looks with this. And then the reason why I say this really didn't get a whole lot of shine is because right after she released this, she teased and kind of released the Divine Rose palette. Now the Divine Rose palette, I will tell you, it is gorgeous, but it came out and then went right back to whence it came. And I just don't understand why. The colors here are gorgeous. It really is more of a spring look, but I'm telling you, the color story here is just beautiful. And every single shade here is one that I am dying for. This orange right here, one of her special shades, I mean, look at that. Look at the reflectivity on that. It's just insane, insanely beautiful. And I'm so upset because a lot of people wanted this palette, and for some reason her launch of it was very limited in quantities, so a lot of people ended up not getting it. I actually got this palette from going to New York and going to a special giveaway that Mother Pat had. So out of all of my large Mothership palettes, which I now have 4 of her 8, so I have half of them, this one is my favorite just because it was given to me by Pat McGrath herself. So I love them, but I don't want to use Divine Rose because not a whole lot of people have it. So I don't want to make you Bellas upset by using it, and I don't want to make you Bellas upset by using it and you can't get your hands on it. So I'm hoping by the springtime it will come back out and more Bellas will be able to get their hands on it if you so choose. But for now, I'm gonna leave it to the side and just play with some of the other ones that I have. I did get 2 of her 3 holiday collections. I will get the 3rd one, but I figured let me get the 2 that are most unique in color story, and that was the Nocturnal Nirvana and the Ritualistic Rose. I'm gonna show you Nocturnal Nirvana first. That's in the blue packet. And I love this. This is the first time that she did a quad that looked like her larger mothership. So it has the same black lacquer that your fingerprints get all over it and it gets messy. But here are the 4 colors here in that story. And I just realized that this incandescent gold, which is this one here, I just started using that not too long ago, and I am in love with that shade. This one, and this one I've used before, but I just started using this one and I'm in love. The colors are gorgeous. They're very pigmented, but they're all her special shades, which I loved about this holiday release. And then the Ritualistic Rose. This is the color story here. Rose, if you don't have the Divine Rose and you can still get your hands on this, I say grab it, because this shade here, which is Rose Quartz 005, is gorgeous. And then this one here, Beyond Bronze, you want a smoky look? Oh my God, amazing. And then these 2 at the top are gorgeous as well. This is Antique Gold 001. And this one is Astral Rose Orchid. Beautiful. And I love them. They're very pigmented. They're very soft. They're very creamy. And like I said, if you can get your hands on this, I'd say definitely grab it, especially if you love those kinds of looks and those kinds of colors. This one I love. And then the last one that I can't remember the name of it, I'll put it down below and also in the comment section, in the description box. I'll put the 3rd one that I haven't gotten yet, because I just thought out of all 3, that one is the most common and I didn't think it would sell out. But these 2 have sold out numerous times, but I finally got my hands on both of them. So I figure let me get those 2 first, and then I will go back and get the 3rd one. And then I did receive the 2 minis of the Star Wars that she just released. Those have been really, you know, cool to have and to use. But again, I feel bad for those who were not able to get their hands on it. And I wanted to get my hands on the Decadence palette. And unfortunately, my Pat McGrath Juju luck ran out and I was not able to grab a hold of that one. So hopefully it will come back as just regular Decadence with the regular packaging and I can grab a hold of that. And when I do, I'll be right back on here, Bellas, to share that with you. In the meantime, I just have to get a hold of my FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, so this last one is not Pat McGrath, thank goodness, but it came out this year and I have to tell you, I did not give this enough shine, but I do love it. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills times Jackie Aina palette. It is beautiful. The colors in here are so bomb, so just amazing. And I'm mad at myself that I have not given this as much attention, because when palette gate started and everyone and their grandmother started releasing palettes, I just had my mindset I was going to get these Pat McGraths, and then I wanted to get the Natasha Denona. I also want to get the Viseart, which I have not done yet because I've been so focused on Pat McGrath. Obsessed is more like it. But now that that is over, I'm going to focus on getting those palettes that I really, really loved, and playing with the ones that I got already and haven't really paid that much attention to. So you're going to see this a lot more in 2020. The colors here again are beautiful. Here they are once again. Just gorgeous. And for me, the girl who did not like purple eyeshadow, and yes, I realize I'm wearing purple eyeshadow today as well. I believe it is yes, it is the Star Wars that I'm wearing right now. So this is the one that I have on my eyes right now. And blame Mel Thompson for that, because she just recently did a look using this palette and a look using the first one that I shared with you. This is the Dark Galaxy version, and this is the Galactic Gold version. So she did a look on her channel using these, and I fell in love with this look right here, and so I had to grab it and do a look with it, and I think I did her justice. I have to take a picture and share it with her and ask her if I did her justice. But in any case, yes, in 2020 you will see a lot more looks with this, a lot more purple, because now I'm feeling it. I'm on board. I'm on board, and love this palette. And now let's do face. This year has also been the year of not only foundation and mascara. Well, not really mascara, because mascara always has its kind of moments, but cheek products and face palettes. There was a time during this spring and summer going into the fall where I was just like, no mas. I just can't take anymore. I literally cannot see another face palette without going ballistic. So I have limited myself in this year-end review to the ones that I really cannot put down. So the first one is the Natasha Bloom Blush and Glow palette. This is what I rocked throughout the spring and the summer, and I'm still rocking it into the fall now. Especially this color right here. It's a cream blush that is so bold, but yet when you put it on, it's so light. Like, it shears out so beautifully. I just put it on top of whatever I had on earlier, and you see how nice it just shears out with your finger. You don't need a whole lot. Like, I just tapped it once in here and just did my face with it. It's beautiful. And I love that the cream products are separated from the powder products here, and these two are highlighters. This one is a highlighter also, and this is the blush. But even this one, which is called which is like a glow, I use that also to just highlight my cheeks a little bit, and then I'll use one of these two to just highlight the high points of my cheekbones. So this I've been loving. And then for the fall, she came out with the Tan Bronze and Glow palette, and when I thought I could not love her anymore for this palette, this palette came along, and this is a blush that I can use every single day of my life. If I only had one face palette, I could definitely use this for the rest of my life. This is me all day. These two here are, one is a cream, this one is a cream, and this one is a powder. So I usually use the cream first and highlight, and then I'll use either this one or this one at the bottom here to just go over the cream. Bellas. When I tell you this and this, I was like, I'm done. I need nothing else. I need nothing else. But of course, as you all know, I can't leave you Bellas hanging. I have to review. I have to share with you more stuff. And this one here, I can't even begin to tell you how much I love this product. This is by Cover FX, and this is the Warm Honey palette. This is the blush, and then this is the highlighter. And I cannot take credit for this, Bellas, because Miss Kinky Sweat, Miss Sweat If You're Nasty, introduced me to this. And I was back and forth with her like, you sure it's gonna work on me, because it's, you know, looks light, you're fairer than I am, I don't know. And she was like, try it, I think it's gonna work for you. Well, Bellas, let me take my little dirty brush and let me share with you how well this works. You see it? I know you do. This thing is so pigmented that I have to use my brush to blend it out. And I just dipped it in one time. Just one time. And I have to shear it out with my brush. And this is another rougher brush, by the way. But that's how pigmented this blush is. And the highlighter is the same way. And Miss Sweat If You're Nasty, you did that, boo. You really did that for me. And the next two are ones that I love. Admittedly, I don't play with as often as I would like, but that's because those other palettes that I shared with you are just too bomb for words. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm palette. Beautiful colors. I use this as a bronzer, but if you're deeper than I am, you could probably use this as a blush. I use it as a bronzer, and then the rest of these are highlights. I love this palette. Like I said, I don't reach for it enough because I'm a creature of habit, and the Cover FX and the Natasha Denona palettes are on top of this one by Charlotte Tilbury. So in terms of, you know, grabbing it and reaching for it, I'm reaching for the ones that are on top more than I'm reaching for and under the ones that are underneath things. So that's why I think I don't use it as much. And then this one that I just got by NARS, same thing. It is underneath some other things. This is the Exposed Cheek Palette. And just, these are all cream products, by the way. And these are, like, this is a highlighter. I use these as blushes. This one I can probably use blush, highlight, just depending on my mood. I can put it on and then layer like maybe one of the rose goldish kind of shadows or highlighters on top of that. That will work. But mostly I use this as a blush. But this as a highlighter is gorgeous. This as a palette is gorgeous. It is a limited edition by NARS, so I think it's still available. The last time I checked, it was still available. I will leave a link for it down below, but that's been like my holy grail. And then to round out everything that I've done so far, we're going to quickly talk concealers. And it's a short conversation because this Giorgio Armani Power Fabric, numero uno. I love this. This is in the shade number 12, which is what I use underneath the eye. And then to highlight underneath my eye, I used Fenty Beauty 370. And that's just because the one that I wanted to use in this version, every time I go into Sephora to try to get it, it's not available. And I keep forgetting to just order it online. So that is everything that I have loved in 2019. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Don't forget, if you're not signed up to Brown Girl Bella already, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button, and then don't forget to tap that notification bell to be notified each and every time that I upload. Until we meet again, my Bellas, I leave you with a video to catch you up on all things Brown Girl Bella, and I'll be back to see you again in the new year. Deuces.